The Hunted is closing in. We're almost to spoiler season in earnest, and I want to give you 5 predictions. I haven't done this in a while, so we're gonna, scrape the rust off and give it a whirl. I'm predicting 5 things about this upcoming Hunted set, starting with the fact that it's, why is Arachne on there? What are you doing, Arachne? Get out of here. You're later. We're talking about you in a minute. Not right now. Not everything is about you. It's about Fang. And technically it's not really at this point even about Fang. Look, the reason that I made this video was because I wanted. Oh, it's so bad. I'm such a just totally head over heels for Kasai. I'm a simp for Kasai, everybody. Okay, look, I think that this is going to be a fantastic set for Warrior. I think this is a Warrior, Ninja, and Assassin set, right? And I think that this is the opportunity for LSS to really push Warriors a little bit more. I think you look at how Rosetta turned out, and it was technically a Wizard and Runeblade set, and yet it really, really pushed more so the Runeblade side of things into prominence again, which is cool because Runeblades are cool, right? Maybe not so much for Wizards, but Runeblade's cool. I think the same thing's going to happen with Warrior, and I think it's not just going to necessarily be Fang. I think that it's going to, in general, be the class. I think they're going to give strong class cards to Warrior so that Warrior can be more prevalent. I think it's the same fundamental issue that they have with Guardian is happening with Warrior, that the set and the class, I should say, just plays too fair. And so cards that will benefit Fang that are Draconic, of course, will only be for Fang, Draconic Warrior cards. But I think, and I hope, and this is why I'm predicting it, that the sets cards for the class of Warrior are going to be so good and so, the generic ones specifically, so prevalently powerful that you're going to be able to splash them into things like Kasai, which I'm really hoping for, into Dorinthia, probably not so much into Bolton, but we'll see. Actually, could be into Bolton, actually maybe more than Dorinthia. If Fang is a, attack with attack actions along with a weapon thing, it could actually benefit Bolton just as much. But I think this is going to be a huge set for Warrior. So that's prediction number 1. Prediction number 2 is that I think the strongest hero is going to be Syndra coming out of this set. I mean, we look back at like Part the Mistveil. All strong sets, strong heroes within the set, I should say. But there's a standout, right? And that standout is Syndra. You look at Kasai and KO and Victor were the standouts for heavy hitters. The standout for Rosetta, as far as the strongest hero, is still kind of up in the air because I feel like they really nailed all 4 of them to be pretty close to each other. Probably Aurora is the pickup, and then the Earth heroes right after that. But Aurora, probably strongest hero coming out of that set in general, because you can just pick it up and play it, and she does the aggro thing. I think Syndra is going to be the same way. I think you look at the way Zen came out of Part the Mistveil and was the de facto hero to beat. I think Syndra is going to be that as well. The cool thing about Syndra, though, is I think that she is going to be a more balanced and more fun, perhaps nuanced version of that aggro deck. But I do see her being the more traditional aggro deck, and therefore the strongest deck coming out of this set. So my prediction is that she's going to be the strongest hero of the bunch. Now, I'm hoping that they do the Rosetta thing, and all the heroes are pretty close. Like, I would even say that, yes, Aurora is the standout, but the other heroes aren't too terribly far behind unless your name is Acilia, which just hurts me so deeply to say. I'm hoping that this is more of the Rosetta level that they're aiming for, because that would be a great thing, because another ninja coming out and just breaking the game in half just doesn't say good things about ninja as a class, right? That's a worrisome proposition for people that want to play the game, especially play ninja, if ninja is just the de facto most powerful thing. So I'm hoping, even though I think she's going to be the strongest, I'm hoping that she doesn't come out and like just really do crazy things. But that's not the most fun hero, because I think the most fun hero is going to be Arachne Marionette. I think, okay, so why did I pick this as a prediction? I mean, this seems like an easy one, because coming out of Rosetta, the number one thing that I heard from people was that Even though he's not the most powerful, Acilio's by far the most fun hero that many people have ever played. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of agree with them in a lot of ways. You get to do some really fun, crazy little combo things that feel really good. So he might have been the most fun, even though not the most powerful hero coming out of Rosetta. I think Arachne is going to scratch that exact same itch, and I think it's going to be in a different way. Obviously, we all know now that Arachne is going to be transforming into these other demi-heroes, and the idea of weaving your way through these different demi-heroes and playing to your outs and, making these percentage plays based on what you think you might roll into, which heroes, demi-heroes you might roll into that are better. All of that, I think that is going to make him incredibly fun to play. I also think that the effects on all of them are plus enough that you're incentivized, or you're excited, I should say, to play any of them. And so it's not so much a, oh, holy crap, I hope I don't lose the game on the spot by rolling a 6 and becoming that one hero. I don't know if that's necessarily going to be a thing. I think it's going to be, oh man, this is going to go crazy. If I roll a 4 or a 5 and become these two, one of these two demi-heroes, I'm going to do this insane thing. If not, then I'm going to make this play instead. That idea of parsing out the different possibilities and using range analysis to kind of dictate what you're going to do off of the roll, that is why I think Arachne is going to be incredibly, incredibly fun. So I think most fun hero in the set is definitely going to be Arachne Marionette. Okay, now we come to the classic prediction that I've made in many other times. What will the Fabled be in this set? Well, I have a prediction to make, and I don't think I'm going to be super off on this one. I think y'all might agree with me, but we'll see, because I think we're getting a Chaos Gem as the Fable. We saw this at the beginning of every one of those spoiler videos, like little teasers, I guess, reveals, that's the best way to say it, the reveals of each of the demi-heroes. And it was like a spinning like gem floating inside it. It looks like an eye, right? It looks like a lizard or a reptile eye. And it kind of showed the different options, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, I think we're getting some sort of a Fabled gem that is chaos related. When you pitch this, roll a die, do a thing. Something related to that, I think, would be the perfect like encapsulation of what Arachne is trying to do, and would be great to pair with Arachne. Is it generic though? I don't think so. I think it's going to be chaos talented. It's going to, in my opinion, it's going to feel kind of like the Crucible of War Fabled all the way back in the day, which was the Viscerai specialization gem, right? The Arknight Shard. So I think we're getting something similar for Arachne that is going to be purely Arachne's. I mean, this is like Arachne's set, let's be honest. The warriors and the ninjas of the world are going to get some good cards. We're going to be able to play these new heroes, but this is the Oops All Arachne set that Brian Gottlieb masterminded, right? And so it would only be fitting for there to be a Fabled gem that you can windmill slam into that deck that does some fun things, that isn't super broken, that really connects you to the chaos talent. And I think we're getting a chaos gem, blue pitch it, and then roll a die, do this, that sort of an effect. And honestly, it's something that we haven't really had a ton of in a while. Yes, Brute rolls dice, but all the way back in the day, in the first set, we had the potion that encouraged you to roll dice, Crazy Brew, and then something happens on that. Yes, it doesn't feel like the most competitive card, but God, was that a fun card to play. Crazy Brew, if you don't know it, go back, check it out. You rolled dice and benefits, or most of the time negative things happened. Nevertheless, I think that is what we're going to be getting here. I think the Chaos Gem is what we can expect. And finally, and this is the biggest kind of Hail Mary prediction of them all, and it's not even technically related to this. And yes, I do have a dog in the fight, okay? So just go with me on this. I know I might be a little biased, but for the final prediction of the video, we got 5 predictions. I think this set will release alongside, or shortly after, perhaps even better, After this set releases, we will be getting an Armory deck Dromai. I think it's the perfect timing. You go release the set that has all the draconic stuff, that has like the storyline of the assassination of an emperor. May he rest in peace. Okay, I remain loyal to the cause. The assassination of the emperor. All of these cards, all of these draconic talent cards get released a month or two later, before or like around the announcement of the next set. You hit us with the Armory deck Dromai. With the new Dromai, it could be a normal Armory deck, I don't know. The new Dromai that can use the cards from the set that just released, which is perfect timing, perfect product timing and design. You can encourage people to pick up the new set, pick up the Armory deck, build this new deck out, kind of like really, make it their own, and bring back one of the most beloved heroes in the game. And keep this in mind as well. We have not had an illusionist in the Armory deck product line yet. So if we're looking to release an illusionist in the Armory deck product line, I have a feeling that's going to be the one that would meet the requirements. So those are my thoughts. That's what I believe. Those are my 5 predictions for this upcoming Hunted set. Tell me in a comment below, what do you think we should expect in the Hunted? And what are you going to hope for? What do you predict we are going to see? Do you think the best hero is going to be Syndra, or that the warrior class is finally going to get to eat a little bit? It's been a minute since they have. I think that's going to happen. Also, thank you so much, everyone, for pressing the button, making the number go up to the other number. We should celebrate with like a stream or something. We should celebrate the 23,000 subscriber milestone that we've crossed over. And if you'd like to support the channel, check me out over on Metafy. We're going to be releasing some new deck techs actually over there on Metafy, which you can pick up. You can look at all the guides. There are going to be some really kind of intro guides for these new heroes as we see some more of their cards. So if that's something you're interested in, of course, support the channel. As always, everybody, thanks for watching.